Hello, my name is Shadlian. Welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Korea. In previous episode, we managed to pass a few reforms, mainly the tenant farmers and the religious schools. Now, we don't have enough bureaucracy to actually start upgrading any of these yet, but at least we got some of that going already. And our GDP has started increasing again with 17.6 million now, so that's looking a lot better. Actually, as the motor industry said, there is not that much demand for it yet. So we might as well, as a matter of fact, go ahead and upgrade the one over here as well to public tram. So it's going to be another 6 engines. It's going to provide a bit more transportation, hopefully. And that's no doubt going to be a lot of profit from there. But also, oh, there we go, mechanized workshop. So sewing machines, textile mills, mechanized looms, mechanized workshops, and then at least a few other things. So let's have a look at these, shall we? So sewing machines, that's going to require a bit of tools and a lot more fabric. But it's also going to put out a lot more clothing, so I'm okay with that. Furniture manufacturing, mechanized workshop is going to take, again, a bit more wood and tools, but provide a bit more furniture, so I'll take that one as well. And what was the last one? Oh, we still got some bone china that could be upgraded a bit further. There we go. Oh, there's the mechanized loom, right. That would reduce the worker numbers, but we don't really have a problem with that right now. We are still losing a lot of money, though. We're paying £10,000 per week for interest, so that's not particularly great, but we are going to be completing the construction in here. You know what? Do we need the port there? No, we don't need the port there right now. So we're going to get these two done, and then we're going to let the private sector take over for a while, the construction, and we can start paying off a bit more for the debt at least. And that will no doubt help a little bit. So the landowners are still quite upset. Well, actually not that upset. I wonder if we could start passing some laws that would maybe reduce their power even further. Let's actually have a look. What options do we have? I don't think we've unlocked... No, we haven't unlocked any more of those. I'm going to go for the colonialism. And let's see. Bureaucrats, I mean, we're going to go back to hereditary, but we're not going to go there. Not going to go to theocracy. We could try going passing some of the landed votings or something. But I think we're going to try staying as autocracy for now. And monarchy. Again, we could try going for the laissez-faire, but that... Ooh. Rule folk would be radicalized from that, so we should probably not do that one right now. We could try going for the interventionism, though. Rule folk will still oppose that, and so would the landowners, but it's not quite as bad. And what's the situation in here? So it's aristocrats and farmers would invest a bit less. Capitalists would invest more. We can subsidize all buildings, and it would unlock more production methods. Maybe it's not honestly the worst. It's got the same private construction allocation, to be fair. I mean, other than... I don't think we need to subsidize things right now, so we can maybe hold off on that one. We're not going to go back to serfdom. We're not going to go back to local police. I mean, we managed to reduce the strength of the landowners quite significant already. There's still the tenant farmers that is increasing their power a little bit, but it's not too bad. So I guess we won't be changing the laws right now. We're still losing a lot of money though, although our credit is fairly high and the GDP is now back to 18 million. We're basically at the highest that we've been at thus far, I reckon. How's the motor industry? So now they're producing 32. Is there? Oh, there's a lot more buy orders now suddenly. Urban centers and... Oh, shipyards. Oh. You know what I'm going to do is go ahead and switch the... It's probably an urban then, I suppose, the urban centers. That would make sense. They also put in more public trams. It might increase the engine price quite high. It's also going to start providing a bit more transportation, which no doubt is going to be quite handy. And I'm pretty sure that the transportation price locally is still going to be pretty massive in pretty much everywhere, let's be honest. But there we go. The motor industry is suddenly fully employed, and it's making a pretty good profit. I mean, okay, the price isn't that massive, at least locally. Otherwise, it is pretty high, though. And we're getting the railway in here as well, which is no doubt going to take a little bit of engines at least. And some wood. And some coal, actually, as well. But that's going to start offering a bit more transportation and, of course, a bit of infrastructure. Admittedly, it's also going to pollute a little bit, but I'm not really that worried about the pollution yet. Ooh, we could actually use the authority to increase some taxes. We'll put in the T-tax right now to get a little bit more money. We're paying most of this deficit right now is just the interest rate, to be fair. So as soon as we're done with the construction work in here, you know what? We can not build the rail or the paper mill right now either. Maybe the private sector will start doing that at some point. But there's so much paper production in the market itself, so that it's not really going to be doing much right now. So how's the Heavenly Kingdom's GDP right now? It's still 157, so it hasn't really increased all that much. Admittedly, their standard of living is still struggling, although that has started going upwards again. We're at 9.7 average, which is definitely an improvement. It's almost the highest that we've been throughout this entire playthrough, actually. And the population is still increasing at a fairly steady speed in there. But as soon as we get the railway built, which is going to be fairly shortly, the private sector is going to start, well, okay, a few more weeks, but the private sector is going to take over the construction cost, which I don't know if it's actually going to be enough even. We might have to just increase the taxes right now. I'll do that one, so it's going to reduce the standard of living, no doubt, cause some other issues, but I'm sure that is at least going to reduce the deficit. Once the private sector takes over, we can start making some money, we can pay off the loans, and that way we can get some more money. Admittedly now, since the taxes are a bit higher, we're paying, all the total revenue is a bit higher overall, thus we're paying more in diplomatic, or basically as the tributary to Heavenly Kingdom right now. But there we go, now we are making money, and every week that we make money, we're going to be paying a bit less in interest rates. Not actually a massive difference in there, I'll be honest, but I'm sure that it'll get better sooner or later. So now the private sector is building the lead mines and a silk plantation. And it's also going to start building a sulfur mine in southwest. Ah, right, so it's building a lead mine up here. I mean, suppose there's the classwork there, so it will reduce the price locally. It's not too bad. Now we're making £5,000 per week already. Trade centers are being employed more and more. We do have a little bit convoys, actually. Let's have a look at the convoy, or the trade routes. We only got 2 trade routes, actually. Oh. Alright then. Can we import the opium again, or is the opium less of a problem at this point? Fertilizer is starting to be pretty high in demand. And coal is still in pretty high demand, of course. And oil, is there? This is just my whaling station still. Yep. Okay, so we're providing all the oil. There's definitely demand for more art, although it's not quite as bad. The grocery price has dropped a decent bit, so it's not really worthwhile building more right now. We can still make these more efficient later on, although we could know the liquor price is pretty rubbish right now, so we're not going to worry about that one. We're getting a silk plantation built, apparently. And there's a sulfur mine, so yeah, we're building 2 things over here. We're getting another rice farm in the southeast. I mean, you know, getting a bit more food is probably not a bad idea. Do we have, I wonder actually, rice farms, if we were to put in enriching farms, so that would reduce the grain price a bit, but that would also require a lot of fertilizer. And the harvesting tools wouldn't really make it more profitable right now, because the tool price is probably still fairly high up there. It's not that bad. There's still a bit of extra demand in there, mind you. There we go, we're getting the frigate upgrade. Oh, actually, we need to queue up some more research, don't we? And the production, oh, nitroglycerin. Now, that could be quite handy, discovering more resources, but we don't actually have any resources to discover. So we might actually go ahead and boost up the research in here. Psychiatry, for example. Oh, progressive population cost multiplier. Yeah, that's a good one. Dialects would allow us to get better university production as well. So we might consider that one. But we'll at least get the... well, the screw frigate and then the psychiatry. And then production. Maybe the water tube boiler would allow us to get a lot more coal. Ooh, mining accident. We're going to make the middle strata a bit more radical. I think that's probably going to be the best option right now. So there we go. We're still paying £12,600 per week as interest. But it is slowly getting better, and the GDP... okay, the GDP did drop a little. We did peak at 18.3 million now, recently. And with number 12 in the GDP. So Ottomans have surpassed us again. Oh, and there we go. We got past Ottomans once again. If we can just pay off the loans, we are going to start making more and more money. But at the same time, we can't afford constructing ourselves stuff yet, because it's going to be too expensive. Although, I'm sure that the investment pool is still increasing even. Oh. You know what? I'm going to do something a bit different here. I will go ahead and... is this one... I think this one's going to be another one that needs constructor sectors. It's going to cost us a little bit. It's not too bad of expenditure, though. We will get that one built quickly. It's going to take like a few weeks only. And then that's going to be getting us to close to 40 construction per week. So that's going to be 20, both private and public when it's completed. But we'll just use that to essentially leech onto the investment pool there. Yeah, there we go. The frigate has been researched. Actually, what did it do? Ah, right. Shipyards get a new production method. Right, yeah, well, we're not necessarily going to worry about that one right now, but there we go. That's going to be the construction section built. So that means even more money is going to be taken from the investment pool. Soon enough, anyway. And that's going to cover the cost of the construction stuff. It's going to offer a little bit more jobs here, and it's also going to allow us to build more things, of course. Plus, it's going to allow us to build things more effectively in some of the areas. Not necessarily a huge boost in a lot of the places, but it's still better than nothing. There we go, that's already fully employed. So that's 1.6% construction efficiency in Yangtze. That's the northwestern state here. There's also a decent bit of pollution already. It doesn't seem to have too much effects yet. I'm sure that that will get worse and worse. Oh, we are actually building more food industries. Well, that's going to be in the northeast now, okay. Another coal mine. Oh, we're getting the steel mill finally. So that's going to get us the refining our production goal completed. And we'll hopefully start getting through these journal entries a bit faster. From farms to factories, we need to have less than 35% of our population peasants. Branching out, we need to get some more railways, steam engine time. Motor industry be level 3. Okay, yeah. Central archives, that's gonna... Oh, government administration level is greater than or equal to 10. Standardized filing cabinets. Don't we already have that? Oh, this is only level 9. Oh, okay. Well, we're getting a little bit money in here. How's the interest rate? It's still... We'll wait until we get to like 10,000 per week for interest rate. Then we'll build one more over here to get that completed. We're getting this steel mill already underway. Also getting some logging camps actually right now. So it's getting through a lot of the construction fairly rapidly right now, which is honestly, that's a good thing for us, because one, we don't need to pay for that construction. It's still going to improve our economy, already at 18.5 million GDP. We're number 10 in worldwide, we surpassed Japan. And I wonder actually, who's the next one that we need to catch up to? Spain. Okay, Spain is a bit further away. And United Kingdom is still at 160, but we are slowly catching up to them because they haven't really gained that much. Well, technically speaking, raw millions-wise or raw numbers-wise, I think they are still higher than we are. Oh, we're getting a steel mill over here as well. Oh, so they didn't build it in this place. Oh, right, okay. So that won't allow us to get the mission done regardless. Fair enough, fair enough. So over here we're getting a logging camp in the southwest. We've still got pretty good amount of textile mills and all that. Art academies are... Oh, right, actually. Realism, that would allow us to get more fine arts. Because right now we're getting... right, so it would be an extra 1 per level. Okay, well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. So how's the interest rate? It's still 11,000 per week, so we won't necessarily be able to do too much. I suppose having one steel mill over here, especially for the tuning workshop, probably won't hurt, and maybe a little bit for the arms industries later. We'll go ahead and improve the rural folks' popularity a bit further. But there seems to be a lot of mining incidents right now, but it is what it is. I do wonder, actually, if we reform the government, who could we have in... Oh, the look... right, okay. May need to do a bit of changes in here. I'm just going to go ahead and put in the scholars and the landowners in there for now. Improve the legitimacy a bit higher, so we won't get quite as much radicals, and we'll maybe be able to gain some more loyalists again. Standard of living is close to 10 already, and oh, there we go. The literacy rate has gone up to 21.6. So that's still got quite a ways to go to reach any higher or proper numbers there, but it is definitely getting better. And I suspect... Oh, right. Portugal made a peace with someone. Oh, down there, okay. How is Africa looking like? There's a whole lot of colonizing going on from certain nations. And yeah, Prussia hasn't formed Germany yet. I don't know, I'm sure that they can eventually do that, but they haven't been able to manage that yet. How is our relation with Japan? We are in fairly good relations still. Oh, we could form alliance with them now. If we own an obligation, sure. There we go. So now we've got at least some sort of safety network in here. It's not a lot, mind you. Maybe Russia, would you be willing to form defensive pact? No, okay. What about Prussia? Probably not. No. Heavenly Kingdom, I can't do that. Such deals with you anyway. Dynam? No, you wouldn't take that either. We've got good relations with you at least, so that's good. Speaking of which, how good relations do we have? Okay, we've got fairly good relations with Heavenly Kingdom as well. So I don't think they will be attacking us anytime soon. Oh, we're getting another motor industry. Oh, this one time in our capital. I mean, good. It's probably going to be very profitable. Well, debatable. How's the interest rate now? So it's still paying £10,000 per week. But I think it might be time to build up the extra government administration in here. It might cost a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. But that will increase the amount of bureaucracy we have, and also improve the tax capacity in here, so it's going to be a lot less of a problem there. Hey, psychiatry. And there we go. The bureaucracy population cost or multiplier is better. We get more influence, and I'm sure that that will be... I don't know if it actually is... Oh, yeah, there we go. Now we got a lot more bureaucracy. Egalitarianism is spreading... Ooh. Hold on a minute. Is that the one that I think it is? Oh, it's this one. Ah, right. It's going to be more election stuff. Minimum expected standard of living from military is going to be going up. Right. We don't really need that one. I think in the military we could probably get the triage. Start getting some of that better. So we're losing £6,000 per week right now while we're constructing. How's the private sector? Is getting a textile mill currently in the southeast. And then the motor industry is going to be built in our capital and all that. And another silk plantation apparently after that. So our GDP hasn't really grown that much yet. We peaked at 18.5 million. And we've got a whole lot of work to do on that one. And it looks like, oh right, Britain is fighting against one of their subjects. They're annexing all of this to, I guess, the British Raj? I suppose so. So how is America looking like? There's not much happening in... Oh, there's a bit of fighting in here, in Costa Rica. But that's about it. Oh, and Hudson Bay Company, well, they've got a lot of area in here, so Canada might be forming up at some point. There's still New Brunswick and Lower Canada. Oh, New Brunswick. Oh, right, New Brunswick's got 2 areas here. Alright then. Right, how much are we paying to China right now? 15.2 thousand pounds per week. That's quite a bit still. And there we go, we got the construction done. And Central Archives done. Filing cabinets. So I love bureaucracy. More bureaucracy for 5 years, or... Yeah, we'll take the identification documents. That's going to speed up some of the research. Because we don't... Well, I mean, we do need the bureaucracy, to be fair. Actually, speaking of which, we could maybe even increase the education investment, or... Yeah, we're going to start improving that one. It's going to cost us a little bit. Is there any more... So, our trade routes, it's mostly just exporting glass and importing iron. I don't suppose we... need the opium as much anymore. We do still need it a little bit, but there seems to be a lot of there's a lot of trade routes going on for it already. There's still a decent bit of demand for tools, but we don't necessarily need to... Oh, actually, tobacco. Could we export that to somewhere? Because I know they've got some production of it. Not a lot. Grain is another thing that, well, actually, there's not available there. And part of the reason is, of course, we don't have a lot of convoys, so we can't do that much exporting other than the nations that are market borders. Which, to be fair, it's, well, there's a decent bit, but there's not too many. So standard of living is still below 10. It's kind of stagnant right at the 9.8 limit there right now. I'm sure that we're going to get through that sooner or later. It's actually fairly equal in all of these areas now, which is kind of good, I suppose. At least there's not a huge discrepancies. The silk plantation should be... Oh, right. How's the silk situation anyway? It's still... There's a little bit extra production, but it's not too bad. The price is okay. We've got a bit of extra production in Manor Wars. There's a whole lot of extra grain. And extra tea. And extra liquor and extra fabric. And some hardwood as well. Don't need that one too badly either. But the interest... well, we've still got close to one... Well, we've got 1.85 million credit right now. So we're slowly paying that back. It's going to take a while. How's the... So we're getting the... Oh, we are starting to build railways as well. Oh, very nice. And the motor industries, of course. So this one's getting the motor industries. It's just the first level in there. It's just producing the steam engines. I mean, of course, that's going to be steam engines. Eventually, we might be able to produce some cars as well, but I don't think we'll have a lot of rubber in our market. Oh, there we go. So is that... No, we still need to get the extra steel mill in here. And the steel price actually isn't that bad. Yeah, it's kind of stabilized right now. But once we start getting more of the motor industries and such, I'm sure that there's going to be more demand for it. But we do still need to get our economy a bit better situated. Right now, we're still paying a lot of money for various directions, let's be honest. How's the transportation? Oh, no, the transportation price actually is still pretty high in here. Okay, did we have anything else that we could do in here? Government run? Ah, right, that would have more bureaucrats but less capitalists there. Oh, we're going to keep the capitalist in power there. And there we go, motor industry is built in our capital. I'm sure that that's probably going to be producing fairly quickly. There's a fairly good demand for it. Okay, so yeah, we should be getting a fairly good amount in here. There's pretty good demand locally already. That's going to reduce the... Well, I might be reducing the profitability over here then slightly, but it's not that bad. There's still plenty of buy orders in the market. Oh, and... Right, I suppose we don't... Oh, we don't have any railways in here yet. I'm sure that that's something that will probably get built as well. Oh, we're getting another tooling workshop. Okay, that's good. I'm sure that that will be quite worthwhile. We're not getting that much money right now, though. I'm a bit concerned about that. The GDP has still stagnated. Well, the water tube boiler is probably going to be very handy, though. I'm sure that that's going to allow us to get a whole lot more production in coal. Oh, the sulfur mines, we can put in this one there as well. I have a feeling that the sulfur price itself isn't going to be too bad. So coal mines, if we put in this, it's going to be another 20 per level. So that's going to be another 280 coal that we produce. It's also going to increase the tool consumption a lot, though. So it's not really going to be the best solution, but it will help. And then eventually, once we get a bit more transportation, we can start using the railways to possibly reduce the workers needed. Yeah, we would be reducing like 10,000 per building, more or less, or at least on the mines and such. So we're still losing money. We're still paying £10,000 per week on interest rates. I mean, we did manage to pay some of the loans back, but we probably... Oh no, Petit Bourgeoisie is still fairly happy. So that does reduce the loan interest rate even further. So as long as we can keep that going, we might be able to slowly reduce the debt. Although it's... Oh, the tariffs, we're basically making nothing from there. Hold on a minute. Yeah, no, that's not profitable anymore. Right. There's still a lot of import demand for groceries. Oh, so that means that these are probably very, very profitable again. No, that's the wrong building. Yeah, it's 10,000 per week. Almost 11,000 per... Oh, well, it is 11,000 per week now. So it is fairly profitable indeed. Oh, there we go. Education investment increased. So I'm pretty sure that that's going to start increasing the literacy rate even further. And how much are we getting the innovation? So it's between... Actually, that's not showing it in here, is it? Because we're not researching something that is getting the innovation. The triage getting... Oh, right. It's 14 to 44. Ah, right. We could see it from here, couldn't we? Yeah, okay. Well, it's... increasing. We definitely need to probably get rid of the censorship at some point. There's no one really supporting it, though. Outlaw dissent. That would reduce the technology spread even further, so probably not the ideal situation. The tooling workshop in Yangtze is going to be done in 7 weeks. Oh, we are building a railway in our capital now. There we go. So the... Oh, yes, the transportation price is getting lower over here. Over here in Yangtze, it's still pretty high, but that will start proving... quite crucial in improving the infrastructure levels and all that. While right now it's not a huge problem anywhere, it's still going to be... Actually, is it making a profit in here? Slightly. It's not a huge profit, but it is making a profit. If we can reduce the coal price even further, it probably would be making a lot more money. What about over here? That one's... well, it is making money. It's full on cash reserves as well. So yeah, that way we can get some more money out of that way. I wonder, though... Okay, right, so we had to change the government a little bit, so we can't do a lot of these. We can go back to serfdom, but I'd rather not do that. Oh, is the... Oh, the landowners are losing quite a bit of power in there. Ah. Well, that's good. I'm going to stop bolstering the rule folk, and I'm going to start bolstering the industrialists. Because it's probably going to be going the most within... What we're trying to achieve here is just increase the GDP, which hasn't really increased too much. We actually dropped down to number 13 now, since we haven't been focusing on increasing our industry directly. I mean, it's still... Oh, it's getting another steel industry or steel mill in Quambuk. Okay. Construction cost is still pretty high. Goods for government buildings are pretty high. Whilst the ammunition is... Oh, okay. So tool price is fairly high. We are going to get some more... A law organization... Oh, do we not have a... Oh, we don't have a commander in the army anymore. Right, well, let's go ahead and get a new one in here. We'll get the engineer. That'll probably improve the army's capabilities, at least. Now we're getting the railway in our capital. Well, it's soon to be built. 5 more weeks. And then that's probably going to start improving at least the amount of transportation available, which is probably going to start improving the standard of living a little bit. Let's see. So over here we've got 9.8, 9.7, 9.8. Oh, we've got 10 over here in the southeast. I could use a lot more taxation, though. He's having a bit of issues there. But we're just relying on the private sector for now. There is the... Oh, fertilizer plant. Oh, that could actually be quite handy. somewhere down the line anyway. Cotton plantation. Okay, so there is a lot of construction work going on. I wonder. I mean, I suppose what we could do is we could reduce some of the wages or something. But I'd rather not do that, quite frankly. Unrealized taxes. Oh, right. We can see the list in here. So Young Sale is the biggest one. So that kind of needs to get some more government administration buildings. I'm going to build another one in there then. It's going to cost us a decent bit of money, admittedly. But if we can start fixing some of the taxation deficit in there. I mean, the population has been increasing drastically in here. It's already 5.25 million. So improving the taxation capacity there will probably start giving us a bit more money. It's also going to go... Oh, right, so we are going to start making... Well, we're making a bit of money. It's going to give us a bit more income that way. The steel mill is going to be delayed for a while, but that's okay. Well, it's going to be making money for us if we don't have to pay for the construction cost, essentially. And that's probably going to be happening soon enough. So how's Japan doing? I haven't looked at them. They are a bit stronger than us in terms of GDP. They got a lot larger population, so the GDP per capita is... number 50 is what we are, and they are number 73. So not a huge difference, but there is a difference. They got a lot larger army than we do. We haven't actually built up a lot of troops, have we? But since we are being protected by China, I don't think we need to worry about it too much. And at least in theory, we're protected by them. In practice, it might not be the case. There we go. We're 18.6 million now in GDP. So we had the... Right, Ottomans or Romania is the thing in there. Great Britain is still as is. USA is... I don't think... Well, USA might not even have the Civil War this time around. We got 31 battalions total. We definitely need to increase the army at some point. But we are now getting the government administration. I'm sure that that will start improving the taxation capacity in here quite drastically. We're currently losing a bit of cash, but once they start hiring a bit more people, I'm sure that that will fix at least part of the issue. We did incur a bit more interest in here, to be fair. So that's part of the problem. Actually, one of the things that we might want to do is society. Is there central banking or something that we might want to get to reduce the interest rates a bit further? We are going to help with the triage, though. And the water boiler is no doubt going to be very, very useful. Oh, industrialists are now powerful. Oh, very nice. Let's actually have a look at the reform government. If we wanted to have... the scholars, the industrialists, and the landowners, we could have a government with that. The legitimacy would drop down. But we can utilize this for a few things. Actually, there's not that many things right now. We could try going with the interventionism, I suppose. The landowners would oppose that. We could start subsidizing some things, at least. If need be. It would reduce the, well, investment pool from aristocrats and farmers. But then probably improve the... Actually, let's have a look. Assets, can we see the investment pool? Who's paying and what? Ah, right, a lot of that is going to reinvest. So, subsistence rice paddies is the biggest single thing, and the food industry is the second biggest contribution to the investment pool. Then glassworks, textile mills, tooling workshops, then the coal mines, well, a lot of the mines, logging camps and such. And after that, it gets fairly small. And they got 60 million in the investment pool. My goodness, that is a lot. Now, to be fair, one of the things that we could still do is just keep on increasing the construction industry in such a way that the private sector is going to keep on building more and more things. I mean, right now, it's not really the most profitable things, but I'm sure that it's going to try to make some money, and it's no doubt going to start increasing the GDP a bit further, although right now, I think if we were to just take over this stuff, it would probably make it a bit easier. We'll wait for the water tube boiler, we'll see how much money we start making after that, and then we can start maybe taking over some of the construction once again to our own hands. Is there... So all in the taxes, we could increase the taxes even further, but that would start reducing the legitimacy even more, so I'd rather avoid that for now. And over here, we've still got minus 42% taxation capacity. So if we do have a look at the taxes, we can have a look at... So it's below £7,000 per week that we lose now in there. And there we go, water tube boiler. Let's have a look at... It's probably going to take a whole lot of tooling, to be fair. And be in here, of course. So coal mines, that's going to make a lot of profit right there. Iron mines, I'm sure that we can make a lot of profit. Well, some profit at least. The sulfur mines and lead mines, I don't know if we really need to increase these. Probably not right now. I don't think there's that much demand. Sulfur mines, maybe. Yeah, we'll keep those as is for now. So let's have a look. Is that going to be a massive increase in the profitability? Not really. Well, I'm pretty sure that the GDP did go up, and now there's a huge demand still for coal. Oh, and we don't really have a lot of trade routes right now. We could maybe import some tools. Oh, we could import tools from the Prussian market. It's the tariffs that are quite small. We'll import some tools from the British, I guess. Just to make the production costs for our own things a bit easier. Right, we do still have a bit of authority. We're not really using our diplomats right now, or the influence. Let's have a look. Improve relations. Great Britain, sure. USA, we could improve relations as well. Maybe we can get some good relations in there. So the fertilizer plant is about to be done. That's going to be probably providing a decent bit of fertilizer. How much is that actually going to be? 90, okay. I don't know how much demand there is for fertilizers. Well, actually there is quite a bit. So it seems like it might be quite profitable. We're building another motor industries in up here, okay. Alright, so we're building trains everywhere. I guess that's fine. I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, though. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.